Welcome back to Disc and Balls Golf Channel, where we are at the Victoria Invitational, and it is crazy windy. I wasn't sure if I wanted to do a video about like pre-tournament play, pre-tournament thoughts or whatever. Can't really get high enough to see the flags. Oh, you can kind of see them. Yeah, tournament play, tournament thoughts pre-round. I was just looking over the yardages. I'm familiar with the course. I have I think one of the few playthroughs of Patriot Park. It was supposed to be Riverside, Patriot, Riverside, but I guess the city scheduled some shit wrong, so it's just going to be Patriot today, Riverside tomorrow, all tee timed. So that means I'll be starting on hole one, so I don't have to worry about a shotgun start and kind of getting into a rhythm based on that, which, that's good news. I'll know exactly what to expect. The wind is just shredding. I'm going to be playing for par on some of these holes. Even I think number 6 is right there on the other side of those cars. But it's right along that pond, lake, whatever you want to call that. And it goes down to there. It's a par 3, 388 feet. But with that wind, it's just basically play a Firebird against the wind, get it to land somewhere, play a super strong upshot, probably deflector. I don't even think I'd throw a harp in that crosswind just because of the risk of it turning over. So what I'll do is I'll do this. I was going to show some of my putting practice, but I don't even know if there's much point to it outside of just getting into a rhythm in this wind. But I'll probably do another recap after the round, see what I did. Probably have the UDisc scorecard and think about what I thought I did, what I could have done better, and how to plan for tomorrow's round, which will be at Riverside. Not sure if it'll be the same wind and everything, but yeah, it's like days like this is just a mental battle. It's make your pars, avoid the bogeys, avoid the really big mistakes where the wind just takes your disc away and you make doubles and worse. And it's challenging. I mean, it's probably 22 miles per hour, so it's just ridiculous. And I mean, at that point, there's only so much you can do. Mitigate it by throwing crazy overstables, and so we'll see how it goes. All right, round one is in the books. It was nasty. I think it was, according to one of the weather things, the airport out here was 23 miles per hour, gusting 28, 30-ish, something like that. The current lead score is at even. He's got a couple of holes left to finish, and I finished +6. That's currently tied 7th. Not bad. I bogeyed the first 6 holes. Let's see. One was a bad upshot, and then the putt in the wind got knocked down. Not a lot you can do about that, but the upshot, that was, costing me. 2 was a bad upshot. 3, I missed a 7-footer. I was slightly downhill, threw the putt, and it lifted, hit the band from 7 feet, and that's just unacceptable. That should never happen. Let's see. 4 and 5 were just brittle. 6, I threw a bad upshot. I was the only one in my car to stay in bounds because the wind was just ripping right to left. 2 people threw theirs. The wind just took it left as soon as it got on that hyzer side. One guy threw a wraith that turned all the way over, went OB over the fence on the right side, which I've never seen before, so that was interesting. But yeah, then I threw a terrible upshot and, missed circle edge, circle edge, I would say. So, bogeying the first 6 holes and still finishing +6, that's not terrible. I had 2 birdies toward the end and then just a bunch of pars, and I finally started to feel confident about throwing certain discs into the wind without just panicking about them flipping over. I was definitely timid through the first part of the round, so it's good to know. Tomorrow's at Riverside, which is a super fun course. I actually really enjoy playing there. So, but the longer throwers might have a bit of an advantage. I think I'm kind of maybe not quite caught up, but close. I can throw farther than last time I played here, so I'm excited. So far, it's looking like I might be 6 strokes back, but Riverside's kind of safe. There's a few holes that might get people, but it should be fun. I'm looking forward to it. All right, so all the scores are in from round 1. Actually, at this point, even the tee time should be up, so I should definitely check those out. I'm 7 strokes behind the leader. That's hard to make up at Riverside without a little help from the leader. MA2 and MA3 though, like more so MA3, probably less so MA2. Sometimes people just have off rounds where all of a sudden nothing works. Less so at the higher levels where they're more dialed. This guy seemed dialed. He had the leader right now had an ace on number 12, which is I think it's about 260, 270. Downwind though, like that hole was weird today. People were were bombing putters long because they would just throw it up into the right to left tailwind, and the wind would just take it forever. So we'll see what happens at Riverside. It's kind of an easy course as long as you don't go OB. My big screw up holes tend to be number Number 10. Oops. First one missing since starting it. Number 10 is really tough. It's a long hole. I feel a little more confident with my longer discs than my less stable ones that'll turn over. So that could be more reachable. Let's see, 11 if it's a par 4 is super challenging. 12 is birdieable. I like 13. 13 might be my favorite. 16 is another tough one. If I can avoid bogeys on 10, 11, and 16, I mean, I'd like to avoid bogeys on all of them, but in particular those ones, that's sometimes a stroke on the field on those holes. Vlogmas is finished editing for tomorrow, the 12th. Because of other video scheduling, I'm going to turn this into a Vlogmas. Because of other scheduling, won't be out until a little bit later. But yeah, 923 rated round. What'll happen is this one will replace the video I planned on doing about ratings in general. Hey, how ratings work. I don't think people seem to care vastly about that. They seem to be content to not get into nerd shit with the numbers, so I could be wrong. If that's the case, you're really into like learning how ratings work and what you need to do to reach whatever rating, feel free to let me know in the comments. I would absolutely do a screen grab type thing this time instead of the video creation video was pretty damn mediocre. Not exactly to my standards, but I didn't realize it was going to be so unusable until after the video was already made. So, but yeah, just do some putting. It's supposed to be less windy, which is great. I'll probably feel like infinitely more confident compared to today, where I missed a 7-footer. Kind of dial in, just comfortable. Just relax, like get the wrist involved and just let it fall in. Or hit the band, Let's not hit the band. Feeling good about the stroke, the putting stroke. The wind will sometimes get you just in your own head. Suddenly you're like, I don't know what I'm doing. So it's good to just refresh and get that muscle memory back and hey, you can still putt. The wind was fucking with you today. Get out there tomorrow and succeed. Alright, day 2 of the tournament. My plan was to get here an hour ahead of time, an hour ahead of my tee time. Mission accomplished there, but I was going to go over to Fox's Bend, Fox's Bend? Yeah, Fox's Bend. And warm up and do some putting and stuff there. They have that side of the park completely shut down, so I guess I'm going to have to go to the normal spot. I don't know if anyone's teed off yet. I don't know when the first tee time is, but I see people on the course, and I see someone throwing on hole 5. OB across the street. Oops. So yeah, let's get warmed up, get set, and hopefully have a good day too. Alright, so day 2 of the tournament's over. I ended up finished tied for 8th. Pretty decent. I was +2 on Riverside. I forget what my personal best is. I can probably check UDisc for that. But +2 is not bad. I avoided the big screw ups. That's a big plus. I did recognize that I didn't do great off the tee. I was able to get myself in position to save par a lot, but a lot of my issue was throwing the disc far enough or throwing the disc accurately enough to give myself birdie opportunities. The people who did play well, like one of the guys in my group, I think shot the low round at like 3 or 4 under for the red, and it was only that. It would have been better, but he had a double on the last hole. So it's kind of weird. This is going to be like the first like video log thing that I've done on the channel as far as and Vlogmas Day 18. But yeah, it was a good tournament. Got some good lessons learned. Definitely figured out how to do some stuff in the wind, and heavy wind, more heavy than, Corpus is windy, but like it's not always unblocked, unbroken, where it's just coming right across, like no trees, no whatever. Corpus has some, but to do it with wind coming, coming from an open field, basically, it was different. So that was, it'd been a little while since I dealt with that, probably since the Victoria Open when we did that. So, but yeah, tie 8th was pretty good. I was able to end up getting some credit toward some discs, so trying to throw some less stable stuff. Still trying to find the balance between like what I can throw as far as lower stability, but still not have it dump over and do dumb stuff all the time. So yeah, of the holes that got me, par 3, so that's good. I barely parred 4 or 6 with a long putt. 7 got me the island green, real shame. But 8 I made par, 9 I made par, 10 I bogeyed again. Gosh, I don't think I've ever parred that hole. I had a good opportunity today, but I just kind of misplayed the Explorer a tiny bit. 11 got me. It was my second shot on 11 that I threw it a little bit nose up, caught some tree limbs, didn't go anywhere. Let's see, 16 got me again, and it wasn't even that bad. Barely went out of bounds on the left side off the tee pad, and otherwise I would have been totally fine. It would have been a reasonable par, I think. I basically made par from where I went out of bounds, like a foot, not even a foot left of the OB line. It kind of slid back down the hill a little bit after taking a weird skip, and I was probably 4 inches OB, so can't be too upset. That was it was a little nose up, went left. That's on me. But I've got to work on getting off the tee better, distance and accuracy. So I think I made a game time decision to switch to the BT hard harp yesterday when I realized the wind was what it was, and that was a good call. I also replaced the Shark yesterday with a Gator. The Gator worked out well. Probably not as good as the deflector would have in pretty much any situation. The deflector is just so good in the wind, and I really leaned on it yesterday. Today I used it a few times for some skip shots and some shots that I knew I needed to flex, and so yeah, it's good. The first place guy I didn't get a chance to meet. I played with the second place guy, Adis, or Adis. I always forget how to pronounce his name. It's ADIS, but super nice guy. He was so consistent in the wind, and he was actually putting with a harp, putting with a new harp to deal with the wind. So that was cool. Yeah, the guys on my cards today: Kevin, Jesus, and Chris. I tied with Chris, so we tied yesterday and then tied today. We both shot +2, I think it was. So fun tournament, 1-star disc. Definitely shout out to them for They're fantastic work. Their tournaments are always awesome. If you're in the Victoria, Texas area, absolutely look them up and see if you can play in some of their tournaments, because Wally is just a stellar individual. So that's about it. As always, thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you on the course.